There are 1,000 ideas and 1,000 thoughts that we all go through in our day-to-day life, but there is this one thing that I can bet everyone must have thought of at least once in their lifetime. Let's put this into further context. I know that all of us have thought of space every now and then, and when that happens, we think about what it's like to be beyond the stars and the galaxies, and what's there that we can explore. Well, we already have the Hubble Space Telescope that is helping us for a long time to explore, and now with SpaceX's new Starship, we are again having the new possibility to explore the place that we haven't explored yet, and there is a lot. So at the end, we wonder why we are putting so much effort into it. Why are we spending billions of dollars every year just to do something that doesn't have a certain result? Well, the only reason is human curiosity. We are curious and want to know what lies beyond, what truly is a black hole. Is there something else in the universe, or are we alone? If we are alone, then why? And if we aren't, then why now? What kind of species would they be? How different would they be? Would they be similar? These are multiple questions that we don't know the answer to, but it's our curiosity that is driving us into this space, so we can figure out all these answers. Now coming back to the original point, there is one thing that we all have thought of how fun it would be to live in space. And we are searching for a way so that we can live in space or on a different planet or even on our own personal moon. Well, again, for doing this, we have two reasons. First, Earth has limited resources and they will run out. So it's better to find a way before that happens. The next reason is, as I stated earlier, because we are curious. Curiosity leads us to do things that we actually don't know the outcome of. There are 8 planets in total, and if we exclude our own, it comes down to 7. I know not a piece of new information, just basic math, but there is one planet we are interested in, and that's Mars. And that's why we are trying to colonize Mars before any other planet. It seems a logical option as it's similar to Earth in many ways, and we have thought about this thing a lot, like really a lot. Every other researcher has his own theory, how we will be able to do this, and their theories are pretty much reasonable. But have you ever thought about what would change if we were born on Mars? It would change our mind completely. So what will happen if we were born on Mars? Hello everyone, and welcome to the Incredible Theory YouTube channel. Here you will find some of the world's most compelling, intriguing scientific stories, strange discoveries, imagination, adventure, lost knowledge, myths and legends, and unusual ancient artifacts. Much knowledge has either been lost or hidden from us for many years. It's now time for humanity to re-educate itself in regards to the profound world we live in. This idea is very fascinating and really interesting when we think about this one, but it's a difficult thought when we think about it. Because obviously if we live in Mars, many things will change. We won't be as we are now. We would be very much different, and that would happen only after 3 to 4 generations. I mean, that isn't a very long time if we talk about evolution. There are thousands of questions that come to our mind when we give this idea a clear thought, and today we're going to discuss all those changes that would happen to us if we were born on Mars. So what will happen if you were born on Mars? If humans were born on Mars, would they still be humans or some other creature? Well, that's a question that is difficult to answer, but as we go through this video, you can be rest assured we will give you a satisfactory answer. So first of all, if somehow we were able to colonize Mars, how many people would it take to grow up a healthy population? Well, according to researchers, it would just take 98 people to start a colony on Mars. But as I always say, there are two sides of the coin. There are some other researchers that say we would need a minimum of 10,000 people to start a healthy colony on Mars. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how huge or small of the size the population is when we breed and have kids. It would only take us a few generations to see a huge noticeable difference in the people who were born on Mars and the people who are on Earth. As I stated earlier, it would just take 3 to 4 generations, and when you talk about evolution, it's just a small amount of time. Mars is very much like Earth, but on the same hand, it's also very different, with the gravity, atmosphere, and magnetic field. These are the factors that would determine the changes in humans who are born on Mars. Children on Earth are born with over 120 genetic mutations, but if those children are born on Mars, these numbers would only go higher and higher, so they can finally have the mutation that is suitable for Martian living, and this mutation would pass to their children and so on. So if someone is born on the 3rd generation of Mars, they would be a lot different than us. The first factor that counts is gravity. As we all know, Mars only has 1/3 of Earth's gravity, so this would change the density of our bones. As our bones won't experience as much pressure as they face on Earth, so in result our bones won't have to be as thick as they are today. As per evolution, the things that are less needed get changed. The same will happen with the density of our bone. They would become much softer and easier to break as compared to our bones right now. The next thing is that there is the atmosphere. As we know, Earth's atmosphere is made out of mostly nitrogen and oxygen, but on Mars, the atmosphere is made out of mostly carbon dioxide and a trace amount of oxygen. Now, we won't be able to change our whole respiratory system, but there are other ways, like maybe our capillaries would get denser so it could carry more amount of oxygen where it is needed and make it easier to transport blood. But as we know, even if we make a colony, most probably we would have to live underground or in an insulated colony so that we can survive the harsh atmosphere. So as we won't be going out and seeing to a long distance, the people who would be born over there would be nearsighted. Now, the next big thing is the radiation, as Earth has a strong magnetic field that protects us from most of the radiation from the sun, aka solar radiation. But unfortunately, Mars has a weak magnetic field that is scattered around the planet. To save us from radiation on Earth, our body produces melanin, and it does protect us from that little radiation that comes through the magnetic field. But if we are talking about Mars, then this radiation would be much stronger, and melanin won't be able to do the work. But instead of melanin, our skin would start producing carotenoids. This pigment could protect us from skin cancer by slowing or stopping the cell cycle. Carotenoids could also make melanoma cells self-destruct. Now comes the catch with the carotenoids. It's the pigment responsible for giving carrot its orange color, so if you are following your skin, you would be orange if you are born on Mars. After the 3rd or 4th generation, we would be able to do research and we could also change our own DNA. Again, it's just a theory, but would the people that were born on Mars be able to visit Earth? Well, the answer is if you are born there. Because of all the gravity and bacteria and atmosphere and other things, Earth could be a dangerous place for someone who is born on Mars. So that was it for today's video. Now you people go down in the comments and tell us if you prefer to be born on Mars or Earth. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome videos like this, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay notified. Until next time, bye bye.